Welcome to Canvas of Learning. Today we are in southern Spain and we are in Seville. And I'm standing right now at Alcazar Seville that you can see behind me. A wonderful piece of architecture that has history of hundreds and hundreds of years. Yes, Alcazar, the Royal Alcazar in Seville. The Alcazar comes out of the word Alcazar, which means a palace. And this was the palace inhabited by the Umayyads, later by Almohads, and then the Christian kings from Pedro to Carlos to Alfonso. Amazing layers of history out there. If you see the geometrical patterns in this palace, it might remind you of Morocco or maybe Alhambra in Granada, because there are a lot of similarities in this palace. Again, Seville was built around a very important river, like all the ancient cities. Seville was built around the river called Ghaud al-Kabir, which in Arabic means Wadi al-Kabir. Let's talk more about Seville and this palace. Let's have a bit of history about this palace in Seville. The palace started off with the Umayyads in Cordoba, who had their seat in Cordoba and then started to expand in the Iberian Peninsula. After the Umayyads, Almohads and other dynasties took place of this place until it fell on Christian hands somewhere in 13th century. After occupying this Seville, the Christian monarchs decided not to destroy this palace, but rather inhabit this palace and live it as if their own, which make this palace survive. And they have added many more rooms, parts and layers of history to this palace. One of an exciting feature of this palace is the Mudejar architecture, which will allow us to see on the walls, on one hand, Kufic and cursive calligraphic scripts, but on the other hand, symbols of Christian monarchy, which at that time were the symbols of Castle of Castile and Leon that were out there in this palace walls. Amazing fusion of different architectural styles that come together to be known as Mudejar style of architecture in Seville. Behind me is the central door or façade of this palace, which is 35 meters high, has three major portions. You can see the balcony out there, which was used by the kings and the royals at that time. This facade gives you a wonderful idea of how this architecture looks like. You can see Arabic calligraphy up there. You can see some of the symbols of lions out there on the both edges, which are part of the Leon kingdom that was in Spain. And this is one of the wonderful examples of Mudejar architecture at this place in Seville. Let's walk around some of the old parts of the palace and see how it might look like. If you observe calligraphy and geometrical patterns on the left wall. As we walk, we look how the ancient palace might have sound like and look like. And here we go to the main court in next few seconds. Stay with us. This is an exciting court structure which has a fountain in the middle along with a small garden. Something really close to the architecture that we see in Alhambra. There is still a strong debate going on whether Alhambra got inspiration from Seville Alcazar or whether it was vice versa. And you can see hundreds of tourists coming here every hour just to make the most of this amazing architectural piece. Hope you enjoyed this tour. We will see you soon in another city. Thanks for staying tuned with Canvas of Learning. If you enjoyed our videos, don't forget to subscribe and like the videos. Hope to see you soon. Cheers.